Tell us about what is next step for this?
Obviously, the next step will be to set this for other hearings. Traditionally, it would be a pretrial hearing and set for a trial date. However, in a capital case, there's obviously a lot of motion practice that takes place. So I anticipate that there will be motion hearings will be the next step for further hearings.
And tell us about the charges against him, including the death penalty specification, and how you feel that the death penalty is justified.
Yeah, there's two aggravated murder charges with the specifications thereunder, which I gave you a copy of the indictment, which warrant, any one of which warrant death penalty consideration by a jury or a three-judge panel. As you probably know, there's a bifurcated hearing. If the defendant's found guilty of one of those or both of those aggravated murder charges and any one of those specifications thereunder, then the jury or a three-judge panel, depending on which is selected, would be able to consider whether the death penalty should be imposed.
You feel that your office will vigorously pursue the death penalty?
At this point, yes. We're very confident in the strength of our case and all the specifications thereunder.
And the evidence is pretty strong?
The state believes the evidence is very strong, yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
I cannot. I'm not going to, as I said earlier, I'm not going to comment on the specifics of the case. I can't ethically do that as an attorney. We don't want to do anything that jeopardizes the prosecution of this matter.
But would it be safe to say that a plea bargain agreement is unlikely?
In any capital case, a plea bargain agreement probably has less of a chance than in other cases. However, I wouldn't say it's unlikely.
Yes. This was led pretty swiftly in finding him and compiling all this for charges. Is that how strong the case is that you could come so quickly?
I'll give credit to where credit is due. There's been absolute outstanding performance by the Bureau of Criminal Identification and the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, and also from my office and assistant prosecutors in my office. Again, everybody has moved swiftly on this case and has handled their jobs very well and very competently, and that's why we were able to get it to grand jury as quickly as we did.
Had you seen this guy before? You've been through your system?
No. He may have had something way back when he was a juvenile, but that's about all that's been.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Next case is, next time you're going to see him is when?
That has not been scheduled yet.
No trial date set.
Not yet, no.
$1 million bond, is that the minimum or is that the maximum you can do at this time?
Well, that's the minimum that we would agree to. So obviously the judge continued that bond. And we just heard earlier that this case will be heard up in Judge Wiest's court upstairs. It'll be in front of Judge Mark Wiest. Okay.
How long have you been prosecutor?
Since January 2011.
Is this your first big capital case here?
No, we had another one that occurred 5 days after I took office.
Which one was that?
That was the Stutzman case. The defendant was found incompetent to stand trial.
Do you have any indication this defendant will plead not guilty because of insanity?
I mean, there's always that possibility, but at this point, we don't have any indication of that. Other than they did reserve the right at the arraignment to do so. That's what the attorney was referring to enter any written plea apart from the regular not guilty plea.
And how unusual is that?
Not unusual at all in these kind of cases. The attorney that was on camera there was Larry Whitney, W-H-I-T-N-E-Y. I believe he's from Akron. He was already appointed, is my understanding. Also, co-counsel is Kurt Migdal, M-I-G-D-A-L.
He's apparently from Canton.
I believe so. I'm not familiar with Mr. Migdal, so that's
The judge said they're both from Akron.
They're both from Akron, okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.